Hello and welcome to a new tutorial, and today I want to show you how we can make an custom EQS testers for our environment queries. And today I want to show you how we can make using those custom tests and new tests that will generate us random score for each point in our query. So let's delete this one. Delete this one, and I want to create a new environment query, and let's call it EQS dot tutorial, and I want to open it up. And the first thing I want to do is to generate a set of points. I'm going to go with donuts because I'm very hungry, and as of right now, if I will close it and drag this EQS to the level, we can see that we have generated a set of points and we want to score them. So I'm going to get back into this graph over here, and we can filter out and test our and score our points using those tests over here. But those tests are not enough if you want to do complex environment queries. We have this distance, the dot, the overlap, the pathfinding, batch, projects, and all of these. Of course, we don't have the random scores in the tutorial because I have created them, and I want to show you how we can create these random scores test that will give each score a random score between 0 and 1. I want the test purpose to be scores only, and you can see now we have these random scores. So I am going to do it, and I'm going to show you how I have done it, how I have created this random score test. And basically this way you can create any test you want, which is very powerful. So you will have to go to C++ classes, tutorial, right click, new C++ class. Now go to all classes and search for NV. And after that you want to go to the environment query test, and you want to inherit from this class and create a new class based on this class. As you can see, all of the classes of the Unreal Engine developer that they have created those distance, test, and dot, and gameplay tags, all of this stuff is also inherited from this environment query test. So you will click on next and call it whatever you want. Let's say you will call it and query test underscore random scores. So I have already created this class, so I can create a new class with this name. So you will click on create class, and you will have to wait for it to open up in Visual Studio, and I'm going to show you how we are going to configure those one. So the first thing that you will want to do is to go to your bit file, and we want to add a public dependencies model names that we are going to use. So you are going to add the navigation system model name and the AI module. And after you have done that, I recommend you to close the editor, close the Visual Studio, and restart everything, and even delete the binaries, intermediate, and saved folder. Delete the binaries, intermediate, and saved folder, delete those, And after you have done it, right click on your project, show more option, and generate Visual Studio project files. After you have done it, you will want to open your solution again, and everything will work fine if you have some bugs on and some stuff. So I'm going to go to the class that we have created, and you want to create a constructor, and you want to override this virtual function which is called onTest. I have already done it, and I want to show you what I have done to implement this behavior. So the thing is, the random score test is not very unique or special or something like it, but this way that I have done it, you can generate a really cool test if you are using this method. So the first thing is you want to do is copy this line over here, which is going to set this test to use vector location as its items. And for this line to work, you have to include this header file of environment query item type vector base. And after we have done it, we are going to move to the other function that we have here, which is onTest. This function is going to get as an input a query instance, and we are going to iterate through every point of this query instance, as I done right here in this for. We have created a new iterator right here. We are going to continue on this for loop as long as this iterator is not null, which is mean it is valid, and each iteration we want to move to the next one using this plus plus iterator. And in this for loop, in this scope, each iteration we will have the next point of the query instance that we have. And what I've done here is very simple. I have generated a number between 0 and 1 using the EQS library random float in range, which have gave me a float between 0 and 1, and I view the setScore function, which is a function of this iterator class that we can set a score right here based on our values. So the key is all of this code right here, you can give here whatever you want. You can waycast, you can do amazing stuff based on your logic and your custom purposes for your project, and do whatever you want, which is very powerful. And if we will compile and save, and we'll go to our EQS, and if you have done all of this, click add test and choose random score. As I did, you will have random scores right here. But the key point that I want to deliver for you today is that we can create custom tests, and we can use another stuff other than the test that Unreal Engine has provided us, which is the distance stuff and the waycast, which is enough if you are doing basic stuff. such as cover system, a basic cover system of course, but if you want to do more complex stuff and add some randomness using this random score, this is very very cool and powerful. So thank you guys for your time, and if you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe, and I will make you more tutorials as you give me more views and likes, guys. So thank you very much.